Now moving on, emerging nations' debt vulnerabilities and the Russia-Ukraine war are expected to feature prominently on the agenda as the first key event under India's G20 presidency kicks off in Bengaluru. Finance ministers and central bank governors from G20 nations and top executives of leading international financial institutions have all gathered to brainstorm on the roles of multilateral development banks, climate financing and debt situation, among others. Prime Minister Narendra Modi called on nations to address risks to global growth due to high levels of debt in emerging economies. Ritu Singh spoke to Nandan Nilekani, who is the co-chair of the G20's task force on digital infra. Take a look.
As the architect of India's digital revolution, and the digital public infrastructure very much has been the center of the focus here at G20. If I may ask you, in your participation so far, what have been the key highlights on that front?
Well, my role here is because I'm the co-chair of the G20 Digital Transformation Task Force along with Mr. Amitabh Kant. And today, here we had yesterday a panel discussion with leaders like Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji and IMF Chairman MD Ms. Georgieva and the Governor of the Central Bank of Brazil, the head of the BIS, and the Finance Minister of Indonesia, Sri Mulyani. So we had a panel discussion and we talked about DPI. It was an excellent discussion and everybody has a very thorough and sophisticated understanding of what is possible. And I think really everybody here has appreciated India's progress.
While everybody's been appreciating India's progress, India's also tying up with a lot of countries when it comes to sharing their digital public infrastructure, and we've seen that happen through UPI. Just recently we had Singapore and PayNow's tie-up. What's next in the pipeline? What kind of leadership could India provide on this front?
Well, I think I don't know about the specific tie-ups happening, but broadly the way to think about it is NPCI, where I'm an advisor on innovation, has set up something called NPCI Global, and they're trying to take UPI global. And there are three ways you can take it global. One is you can do cross-border remittance. So the example of India-Singapore is cross-border. So an Indian working on an oil rig in Singapore can send money in real time to his family in a small town in India. The second is acceptance networks, where I, with my UPI, go abroad and I can pay in a mall. And I believe that in Dubai already, in like the Lulu Mall, you can actually pay using UPI. So that's acceptance, like my credit card working elsewhere. The third big one is if countries will take UPI as their core payment infrastructure. That, I don't know what's happening there. I mean, I'm not the person, but yes, broadly these are three directions.
Well, that is as far as UPI is concerned. But, in terms of payments itself, India's leapfrogged, thanks to UPI and also because of the technology we've been using. Was there any discussion at G20 with regards to collaboration, with regards to, more learnings from India that can be shared?
See, I'm not in the, the inner discussions of the G20. I'm here just to present on DPI. And I can say that that presentation went very well. That seminar went very well. And there was deep appreciation of India's strategic investment in DPI.
All right, it's time for a short